Hello, my name is Zhatelier, welcome back for another episode of Valhalla Vanguard in Aurora 4X. And in previous episode, actually what did we do? We withdrew from the battle again, so now we are repairing the... well, basically the Spike 2, which is the only one that took damage on that. It's currently under repairs. I did skip forward a little bit, because I realized that while I was sending the freighter to go to Muni to rescue, or bring some fuel to the Explorer that we have kind of stuck there, I realized that I don't have any jump tenders over here, so I had to bring in the troop transport 2, which was already on its way back to Valhalla, to just divert a little bit to go to the jump point. It's gonna stay there until we can get both, at least the freighter back. Right, but let's take it slow actually. Oh no. Okay, how? Because apparently they are back. Now I don't know, I mean they have had about a month, so they may have gone and reloaded. Or they just returned there, I don't know. Let's have a look, how far ahead are we in the repairs? They should be almost... well, it's not going to take until September, but it's ready. So no, not really point sending in the troops back. Another option is that I could start using the Nostran jump point instead. It is a bit longer distance. Now, I wonder, can we actually quickly remove all and jump back to Humir? It might be possible. We'll see. They're still there. Hold on, are they? Yeah, they are moving. The question is, can we actually get out of there before their missiles hit? Because I'm pretty sure that they are going to shoot us. Moving away with a decent speed again. I don't think they've managed to... yep, taking the damage again. As soon as we can transfer over, we might be able to repair the freighter. But the Explorer is currently a bit stuck. Now luckily it has quite a bit of big engines, so it might be okay. But they have indeed rearmed. That's another set of hits. And we've transferred. Ooh, there we go. We didn't lose another ship at least. So we still have the Explorer over there, which is very much stuck right now. Although, I wonder... well, it's not really worthy. Right, so we need to send the freighter back to be repaired. It took a fair bit of damage, I think. Oh, we can check that. Damage control. Some armor, 3 of the engines, cargo hold, and a lot of fuel, actually. That's terrible news for us. Okay, well, you'll go back to Valhalla, move to begin overhaul. We'll start with that, I suppose. Well, that was a bit of a letdown, so yeah. I'm gonna have to start using that jump point instead. Now, I have started kind of toying with an idea of having some sort of preacher, or jump point preacher ship, which would probably be beam fire, or beam weaponry, with some shielding and close-in weapon systems, and such. and so that it can tank a little bit of the hits without taking too much actual damage. And then the close-in weapon systems can hopefully shoot down some of the missiles that the enemy might be shooting, and then if there's beamfire ships of the enemy nearby, can then drive those away with their own beamfire weapons, and basically clear out the jump point, like have maybe 2 or 3 of those. Clear out the jump point area so that the smaller ships can move in to provide the point defense and then missile fire capabilities and such. I think that's what we're most likely going to have to do, because we are rather stuck here in a lot of ways. Right, but we did have the troop transport ship doing some things. We might actually send that to the other side, to the Nostran side of things actually right now. So let's grab that. I was going to transport one more garrison to, I think, Njord, but I decided that this takes priority. So you go back to Nostrand, you go to the Mooning jump point, and stay there for the time being. Now, how is our research doing? There's still gonna be a while before we get. I mean, the next one is actually the better engine technology, which then we'll have to design the engines. And I've been thinking about a little bit. I think the engines that will go for the survey ships will be. I'll try to make them 150 engine power each, and as low, like, fuel efficient or engine power, so as efficient engines in terms of fuel usage, so that the survey ships don't need to refuel as often, is basically the idea. They can have maybe a bit extra in the engine size themselves, because we'll probably need a bit less in terms of actually, I don't know, we'll see. I mean, it might not need as much in terms of engineering spaces and such. And of course we are working on getting the better armor, which is still going to take until, well, quite a bit. But oddly enough, they have not spotted the Explorer. I mean, the Explorer probably doesn't. The cross-section is rather low. And we're still trying to do communication with them, but no progress has been, or no significant progress has been made. Is complaining the Explorer is having low fuel. I am well aware of that. Well, we'll see. I mean, no pressure overhaul. Right, we do need to repair it though. Do we have a shipyard available? Not right now, not for that anyway. Okay then. So we have to wait a bit more than a month until Spike 2 is repaired again. Now, one thing I suppose I could do, because the spikes are very valuable in terms of attack power, what we might do is next time we'll first transfer the Athenians over, so that the enemy will target them. I mean, the Athenians might take a bit damage of that, but they should be able to do their job afterwards, even if they lose few turrets. They work as a group quite well. And then the spikes move a bit after, was maybe wait 2 increments or something like that, and then move in there. Then we can combine the fleet again. But we'll see. Hold on. Alright. It's just that for now. Let me actually... It is a new recording session, so let me move this one off to the side so it doesn't pop up every now and then. But yeah, back to the breaching ship. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, because both the aliens or the NPR in Lodur and these guys over here are a bit of a problem. And I don't think we've actually designed any close-in weapon systems yet. We should be able to get some... I mean, we could design a decent one, which would be 8 hull size, but it is rather large for a lot of things. Okay, we got another 2 whalers. I think we're just gonna take them to the whaling fleet in Shamir. Right, so detach that one. Quickly grab the other one. I have a feeling that there's probably an easier way to do this, but I'm just using this one right now. Task group. Shamir whalers will move to and then join. And that should increase the fuel production of it. Let's actually have a look at the whaler fleets right now. How much fuel do we have in those? So Shamir has 500,000 liters. Zhatelier has over 2 million. And Nostromo has 5 million liters, actually. That's not a terrible one. That's actually good because we're gonna need the fuel over here. Okay, team skill upgrade for the diplomatic team is back to 200. We had to redo that at one point because one of them had died. And we did set the team to work on communicating with the precursors here. Ah, one of the civilians has launched a colony ship. That's good. Well, I mean, they don't really have much to do, but it's nice to know that there's capabilities there. I mean, ooh, cheer survey completed on Thrud B2. Unfortunately, they didn't find anything, and we built another whaler and fisherman, and that reminds me, I forgot to start building them again. Now, these are certainly things that we need to keep on building constantly. And preferably the better version. Now, we do have a variant that has much smaller deployment time, so you could actually be a bit more efficient in a lot of ways, but I can't build it from this one. I had to retool the place, and I think I'll retool once I get the next tier of engines and the armor, so we can more likely fit a bit more than just the V variant that we have designed already, but haven't actually built any. Same for the fisherman. The B variant would be slightly more efficient, although let me actually have a look. Could I repair the... Well, it's probably not here, is it? Oh, I could. Well, I suppose I'll start repairing that. It's gonna take a while, but we could then try to do it again. Go and grab some fuel from Nostrand, and then move through the Nostrand jump point. Try to get over there. Hopefully they're not guarding all of these jump points. Right, so there's fuel shortage for production of missiles right now. And is there anything... Ooh, hold on. Right, so if we have a look at the survey and threat B2 increased accessibility of boronite from 0.4 to 0.7. Let's have a look. So threat B2, was it, or... Yes, it was. Okay, so this one. This is actually not a bad place for mining. Is this it's kind of colonizable? Not easily, but it kind of is colonizable. The problem is we can't actually reach the threat right now. I mean, we'd have to go there, we'd have to use this route instead of this one until we destroy the precursors there. So that is a problem. That really is a problem, actually. Right, is there anything else that would be over here? I mean, there would be 7 million resources in total. All resources are present there, and the smallest accessibility is 0.5. Yeah, I need to get a mining colony here. But we can disband that team. And I wonder, have I done all the surveys over here in Valhalla? I have not. Oh, but I do have a team over there. I don't have a team over here. I'm not sure if there's not all that much here, but we might as well do a survey. You never know what you find there. Especially since this is a place that we can actually reach right now. So trying to get the resources out of these might be a good idea. And the communications are still having a bit of a problem. Oh, they actually stopped the communications right now. Okay. Then, let's have a look at the US Unity. We can assign the diplomatic team on them again. Try to get them off as our friends. At some point, maybe. I could share the gravitational data with them, but I don't think I really need to. No, right, I'll wait for them to do that, then I'll let them have the information. Ah, okay. We've done the survey of Runic, and let's actually get the map up. Yes, we know that Munin is a bit dangerous, and it's very central location, which makes that rather annoying. So we have Runic over there. We know that there's one jump point. Who knows, maybe that would lead to Valley or something. That would be at least some sort of way to go around places. Get that. Put it to the side there. Right, so how much fuel do you have still? A bit low. I think I'm going to send you through... The crew months isn't terrible. It's not great either, but I think if we go to Nostrand and then refuel, then we can go back to Runic and... Hold on, let me quickly check something. Snotra was a dead end, the nebula that we found. So go back to Runic and standard transit through there. Let's see what we can find there. Probably go in the 5-day increment still. I know that it's not quite even day there, but or not midnight. But oh well. Ooh, another geo survey completed. Let's have a look. In Gunnar B2, Moon 5. Additional deposits of corundium. Total number increased from 8.4 million to 38.4 million. That's pretty decent. I mean, what else do they have there is the question. So that was Gunnar B... Moon 5, okay. Okay, the accessibilities aren't great, but it's good enough that you could mine in here. It's just the problem is, again, the aliens, or the precursors, which are kind of blocking the way here. I'm assuming we've done the survey on both of these now. Yes, we have. I don't remember. Let's actually have a look real quick. So, Gunnar. There are a lot of places that have minerals here. We have a look at the geological survey report. Have at least some minerals. That asteroid has quite a few minerals. Oh right, this place is a lot of the asteroids. There's a smaller moon over there that has a decent variety of minerals, but the amounts are so low that I don't think we'll be able to find much more. Can we... No. I mean, we could put in minimum gravity. Like, I don't know, 0.1? 0.1, not 0. There would be Gunnar C2. Okay. It has a lot of things there. Accessibilities look rather terrible. But sure, let's make a colony over there and to the server in there. So we have the team over here. We can disband that one now, and then over here. Hold on. See Moon 2. Okay, let's just to make sure. Combined accessibilities are 0.7. Not particularly great. But we can... Oh, 5 officers. Actually, learning to select one too few. But we'll see if we can get some decent amount of there. So it was this one that we just explored. It does have a lot of corundum, there's no denying that. It's not even the most numerous resource there. Also, 96 million thorium. Is this a colonizable planet? Unsuitable, so no. Well, that's a problem. Is any of these... This is technically colonizable. What's the problem in here? Low temperature. And no oxygen. Methane. Okay, so it's not necessarily all that easy to colonize, but it would be potentially colonizable. And this one has even higher. I'm just thinking, because Gunnar might be a good place to colonize. There seems to be some resources over there that would be useful to use. What about Valley? Have we haven't set anything there. Let's have a quick look. I don't remember what Valley has. A lot of asteroids. There's few planets that have... Okay, there's gas giant there, then there's 2 moons that have resources, but it's mostly asteroids. And most of them even don't have anything. So that is a problem. But let's keep on going. Hopefully we can get some of the ships repaired. For example, the Spike 2 should be repaired in... well, pretty soon actually. True Transport is now waiting at the jump point. And the Whaler 2, so the Whaler should have been assigned to the Whaler fleet at Humir here. And seems like they have been. We're producing 14 million, almost 15 million liters per year over here. It's not enough, of course, but it's a decent bit, I'd say. I mean, if we have a look, so there's 15 million there, then there's that 0.8 million and another 5.5 million. So about 21 million, roughly speaking. 22 maybe. Plus what we produce on planets, which, if we have a look, we can quickly check that. We produce another 8 million, so about 30 million liters of fuel is produced now, yearly. It's starting to get better, and I think for the... I think I already mentioned that, I'm gonna have to start going for a bit more fuel-efficient engines for most of the ships. Just to save up a little bit of fuel. But let's see... Okay, ships repaired. Hold on, did they repair both of them? Let me have a look. I think they did. Right, well, I suppose we can build another fisherman over here, or... yeah. Send to the harvesters. That task there. So we can now reassign the Spike 2 to the Patrol 1. There we go. A bit low on ammo, which we may need to switch around a little bit. Actually, did we did switch the basic loadout already, so what we can just do is... hold on, how much? We're missing... oh, ooh, quite a bit of fuel. One thing that I could do... how long range do we have on these ships? I don't remember, actually. It was like 10 or maybe 20 billion, if I remember correctly, but... or 19, actually. Well, we can check that real quick. Yeah, 19.7 billion kilometers. So I don't think it's an option for us to go around the moon in jump point and approach from here. If we have a look at the distance... yeah, that's 20 billion. That's a bit too much. Well, I mean, if we got an oiler, then we could maybe do that, but right now we don't have one. We will probably build another one as soon as we can. But I think I'll let the patrol be at Valhalla for the time being. When are we getting the... right, so the freighter over there at the oiler and tugs will be completed on November. Not that far away, then we can start building our next oiler, just to have one at least. And then we can gather up some of the fuel in various places. Speaking of which, how much fuel do we have in our capital? 600,000, that's not much. That's not much at all. Is there anything that is... okay, the infrastructure is almost completed, then we are going to start producing more mass drivers. Then we're going to do another naval shipyard complex. And then some saurian harvesters. I think we're gonna have to start thinking about maybe getting some of the... what are they called? Well... jump gate stuff, and then a few other things that I've been contemplating about doing, but I don't remember... oh, right, for example, the salvage ship would be useful. Which is something that... do we have the component yet? I don't remember... I remember that... no, we haven't gotten the salvage module yet. That's going to be next year sometime. Anyway, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please don't like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.